Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long goes 1975.
Pay attention. Yep, you're hearing this. This is a thing. Also pay attention to what your car looks like there. In this comparison video, which is just a bit of fun, I'll be taking a look at OutRun on the Amiga, released by US Gold in 1987, and comparing it to the SEGA Megadrive version released by SEGA in 1991. The American version doesn't do that. Thank God. You're probably thinking, that's unfair, Dave. That's really unfair. Well, who said life was fair? This is just a bit of fun. This is kind of, you know, nostalgic memories of and taking the piss out of the people I went to school with, because the biggest, you know, playground wars I ever had, it was never like the Mega Drive versus the SNES, probably because I owned both of them at the same time. It was, this is alright. It was me, the sole Japanese Mega Drive owner at secondary school against a bunch of people who owned an Amiga A500. So I am going to do a comparison of this. Obviously, also this is for John Gage. He wanted to see this. He thought it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny. So I agree. So basically, yeah, OutRun, you know what OutRun is. It was released in the arcades by Sega. It was one of their super scalers in 1986 and changed racing games, arcade racing games forever. It's phenomenally successful and phenomenally popular. It's released on absolutely everything. I have gameplays of it on pretty much everything. Love the Master System version, love the Spectrum version. Spectrum version had a bit of controversy in itself as well, because they kind of fiddled the screenshots, made, you know, other cars and lorries look a lot bigger than they actually were. But I have a soft spot for a gameplay of it. As I said, I love it, and your car actually looks probably the most like the arcade out of all the ports, including the 16-bit versions. But that was something else. You saw this on the back of the box, not in motion. It's hurting my eyes. I haven't played this properly yet. I literally had a quick go to work out the controls and felt sick. But yeah, you saw this not moving on the back of the box. All versions, in fact. And it looked alright. It looked alright. So, let's get into this. Genuinely soak up some Amiga OutRun goodness for the first time properly trying to play it, and compare it to the Sega Mega Drive version. Now obviously that came out 4 years later, but meh, that's by the way, isn't it? Should have been a launch title, should have been an early title, but both hardwares had not changed, and people knew their way around an Amiga 500 in 1988, you know, so that's not an excuse. Also, go and check out John Gage's channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the doohickey down below. He's good, people. He plays everything, and he plays it on everything, so I thoroughly recommend it. So, oh, here we go. Let's get into this. Right, let's go. We're in the game. Up is accelerate, which means I got that where it affects, you know, your left and right axis. Bottom left is speed, bottom right is stays, top left time, top right lap. So it's got fire is change gear. It's got all the gubbins of the arcade. I'll tell you what it hasn't got: a decent frame rate. It's got alright music. Oh, the frame rate's so bad I can't see cars until they're literally in front of me. Change down, oh, I'm in the sea, and yet there was sand coming off my tyres. Does tell you what gear they're in, the bottom left hand corner. Fire, high gear. The music's alright. This is fucking appalling. Your car does not look like the title screen. Your car does not look like the arcade game car. It looks like it's been crushed. Right. Go on. The controls are shit. Accelerate. Right, they're awful. And yeah, the Spectrum version, look up my gameplay, has a more arcade OutRun accurate car. I know it's monochromic, but I'm talking about the car. In this version, is that a car, or is that a billboard, a signpost? And that's that. Is that a beetle, or is that a bush? There's undulation. Your car's so flat and wide that you can't see anything that's directly in front of you. Oh, these controls are shit. They're absolutely awful. Game over. Well, that was good. We got the map. We got the map. Right. This is going to take a bit of getting used to because the controls are shite and it physically hurts my eyes. I'm going to have to put my name in here. So excuse me, virtual keyboard. I put my name in as again. Right. Fire. Let's try that again. Right. So got the bloke with the flag. You've got the start flag and stuff like that. So that's accurate. Change gear. Do you know what? The Master System version has a higher frame rate than this, and I would argue looks better. I keep thinking those bushes in the middle are going to be a beetle. I mean, if you got this, you must have been mega disappointed. We may do with the Spectrum because, especially now with emulation, if you fuddle around with the speed, it's alright. Oh, not so much this. I think I'm getting used to it, but my eyes aren't. This is painful. Right, so obviously, do we get the option to go left at all? I couldn't help but notice that the road only went right. Oh, I apologise if you get motion sickness and you feel like throwing up and your eyes hurt, but guess what? So do mine. Oh, shit. Still in high gear. Oh, yay, look. So what? Depending upon the side of the road you're on, that's which way it goes. Are we going to make a check? We made a checkpoint. Extend play. Well, you could have told me that while we were moving. Makes me nervous. I think it's crashed. Right. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, I know on the Spectrum version. Why am I? Well, I'll tell you why I'm comparing the Spectrum to this, even though it should be about the Mega Drive. Is change gear, then go high, Dave. This doesn't seem to be that much better. I can't go low. I'm having trouble turning for some reason. It's like when the road gets narrow, there's lots of stuff. It goes all squiffy and squirrely. I have no idea how I made it for those first two Beatles. Oh, I'm so sorry that you're watching this. It's alright, turn off or skip to the Mega Drive bit. I don't blame you. I would, if it wasn't me in this, doing this right now. Ooh! I'm playing this as I came home from work. So I've done a full night shift and I'm a bit tired, as is my vision. And it's not a big fan of me right now. He's like, dear Lord, man, what are you doing? Oh look, crops. Right, accelerate. I mean, in 1988, if you got this, would you have been like, well, we got OutRun. When did the PC Engine version come out? That's actually my favourite home port. Honestly, I prefer it to the Mega Drive. But this is about Mega Drive versus Amiga comparisons because of school and stuff. But that's a fucking amazing version. The car, of all the console ports, I would say, looks the most like the arcade. Look at the windmills. You might not see them because there's fuck all frame rate. Oh, I need to look up what the ST version looks like. I know what the Commodore 64 version looks like. Wasn't that written in like a week by a kid who was 16 or something? I don't know. Never seen the Amstrad. Love the Master System, love the Game Gear, love the Master System 3D version. Because you can play it without it being in 3D. Listen to me fucking rev the bollocks off my car. Not a fan of this. Not a fan of this. What about the Mega Drive version you say, Dave? Well, I always save that until I play it. Very, very soon. I might need to get some optics though, because my eyes. The goggles, they do nothing, points for the quote. Hey look! Look, stuff's changing. Hey, points for that, you know. I'm wondering if this was a massive time constraint thing on them, which is, by the way, we got this, we need it out for Christmas, here you go, it's a fortnight. Because that's why Tiertex, I don't know if this is Tiertex, got so many of the US Gold projects, because, which is kind of impressive, they could bang them out so fucking quickly. And also, like I said, or did I say, I can't remember, if you ask nicely, I'll do Turbo OutRun on the Mega Drive versus the Amiga version, because the Amiga version shits all over the Mega Drive version. And the irony being, the Mega Drive version is by Tiertex, who put out so much of the shit games on the Amiga version. Amiga system, sorry. Anyway, I literally cannot take any more of this. I seem to be doing alright in the time department though. So, controls are shite, frame rate is shite, car doesn't look anything like the arcade, I feel sick, I've got a headache and my eyes hurt. Music's alright, it's just on the smallest loop ever. So, let's jump into the Mega Drive version. So here we go with OutRun on the Sega Megadrive, released by Sega in 1991. I am aware that the colours are off in this, but there is a patch that you can apply to the ROM to make the colours more arcade accurate. But I'm playing this on my Megadrive Mini, so that's not going to happen. Again, why wasn't this released early on the Megadrive? I don't know, but hey, it's a really, really solid port. What am I going to say about this right off the bat? Let's press start. I had this, by the way. I had it as a kid and I have it now. A boxed Japanese complete copy. But, yeah, look at it. Look at it. Start. Let's go. Hello? Thank you. Start. Right, press start again. Options. What are the options? Don't get this on the Amiga, do you? Level easy, because I'm a pussy. Magical, right. The music's fantastic on this. Right, A button brake, A button accelerate, B brake, C gear change. Right, buttons, that's not the Amiga's fault. Again, we know what the conclusion is, but I had to do this video. Right, exit, and then we go to start, and look what we got. Obviously, other versions have this as well. Could have done that on the Amiga, let's be honest. Could have had amazing sound on the Amiga. Could have had better sound than this on the Amiga. Passing breeze, mystical sound shower, splash wave. We'll go with splash wave. Start. Steering wheel's on the wrong side of the car, but we won't. And look at the interior of a Ferrari. I didn't realise they were that cheap in the 80s. But accelerate. Start. Right. Cool. Cool. Accelerate. That's in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Right. As is my gear. Right. Low. Okay. Massive, massive car. Looks very much like the arcade. Lovely, lovely undulation. Frame rates, very nice. Stage is top right. I think this isn't as accurate as the arcade. I don't know, I can't remember. I haven't played my Saturn version in ages. Music's fantastic. I mean, the Mega Drive music, you know, is great, but the Amiga pisses all over it in the right. Oh, I'm in low. Right hands. That's my bad. But look at this. I remember, late to the party or not, and obviously I was in Super Famicom town at this point, so I'd seen Mode 7 and shit. I was still suitably impressed with this and super, super happy because I've got a brake button. No, I mean, change down. Because I've always wanted OutRun at home, and a version that you could argue was, you know, well, not okay, perfect, but very, very decent, because we aren't talking 32X. Change gear, keep forgetting to do that. 32X, you know, wasn't out yet, was it? Nor was the Saturn and stuff like that. So this and the PC Engine version, though now I'm playing this, I do have a comparison of this against the PC Engine and the arcade. Now that I'm playing this, I'm starting to think, you know, not that much between them. That's still my favourite, but this is a stonkingly good version. Road split. We're going to make it? I find it easier to look at the bottom of the screen than I do to look at the top of the screen. So I got further on the Amiga version, even though this has got better controls. Right, so I don't want to put my name in. I just want to drive. There we go. Right. I like the fact that that changes every time. I like the fact that I can, you know, sit here and, you know, relax for a bit without immediately just kicking straight into the game. Start. Right.
Get ready?
I am ready. You look ready. Point to the quote. It's a jet dread movie. Right, there we go. Look at the sky. With the undulation, actually, you can still see far better in front of you than you can on the Amiga version. Hey, you can actually see, because it's got a decent frame rate, but you still kind of don't know if something's directly in front of you a little bit when you go up and down the hills. Ooh. Look at your car. Look at your car. We knew, awkward pause, that this change down, change up, was going to be way, way, way better. So it's a pointless comparison video, I know that. But it's shits, giggles and fun, and something else, you know, although you could argue the Amiga was, like, kind of showing its age in 1991. But something else I used to laud, because this was such a loved and famous game, and Home Portrait Wanted, but something else I used to laud over my Amiga mates. Change down, here we go, change up, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, points for the quotes. Is left the easiest route? Or the easier route? I mean, also in the arcade at the time, this was unheard of. Multiple routes? In an arcade machine, you say? Thank you. To be fair, though, that was probably just, you know, money making. But it's it's not actually a racing game. It's a cruising game against the clock, isn't it? You don't actually race anyone. Change down. I can change down when I'm not in my car. I'm telekinetic. Right. Do you know what? Again, I go without playing this for periods of time. You know, because nothing beats playing the arcade version or the Saturn version, you know. I go without playing this for big periods of time, then come back to it, and then I'm always genuinely impressed at how good it is. Yeah. So, can you imagine if this came out in 1988, and then it would have been another Strider lord, the game over your Amiga buddies. I mean, we still could 4 years later, but my point being, if this came out, you know, that close-ish to the arcade, shit, down, then holy shit. No, too soon, Dave, too soon. Change the music, use your telekinetic powers. Will the cars out the way. Whoa. And even though the roads are a bit tight and stuff like that, you don't actually feel like you're driving on Mr. Sheen glass. I'm going right. I thought he changed colour. It's not, it's a different car. Oh, fuck balls. It's a little bit, this is on easy mind, it's a little bit more frisky than I remember it being. Okay, so not particularly great. We're going to go right both times now. Both. Oh, hello. A proper way to put your name in. Oh, listen to that. There we go. Start, thank you. Start. No, we'll go with this.
Get ready?
Thank you. I am ready. Boop. Hi. I love how the other road comes in and across. Like that. We're merging, aren't we, onto the freeway. I like the fact also, I say this every time I play OutRun, you're actually driving next to the sea. There's nothing to stop you going in the drink. Unless this is a real part of America. And I've never known that. TV lied to me. That's a Porsche, right? It's supposed to be a Porsche. Oh, dab that brake. Dab that brake. Something I couldn't really do in the Amiga version. Again, not that. That's not its fault that, you know, you had less buttons. But it's a joy. Oh, a little bit slow down there. To play this with buttons. Oh, hello. No, shies and balls changed down with my awesome telekinetic powers. Who would like a Sunday? I would, because I work Sundays. See what I did there? Very much like a Sunday. And a Saturday. Right, go right. No, lorry. No, it's not a lorry. You got to remember, none of these machines had any hardware, you know, for sprite scaling. So the fact that they could do these games to such a good degree is awesome. Also, I like it, you know, kind of funny that there's a bloke driving outside of my house in a car very loudly and fast while I'm playing OutRun. First world problems. Right, okay. Car looks like it's got a big ass there though when it does that. Oh, that's a bit seizure inducing, isn't it? It's trying to do cloudy skies, isn't it? Don't remember that. Maybe it's because I never went right. I always went left. Can we have a change of weather, please? That's fucking me up a bit. Hey! Oh! Can't see where I'm going. I don't remember it ever being like that in the arcade. I mean, it was tricky and stuff, but I remember you always having a fair crack of the whip at seeing where you were actually going. These I can see from my windshield. Windshield's windscreen, Dave. You're fucking English. And also, oh, look at that. Ooh. My car doesn't look like it's been squashed by 1/3. You know, like there's some sort of PSI shit going on. I said PSI, not CSI. Oh, time. Right. Well, I think we knew what was going to be a winner, and well, here it is. So just a bit of fun, but you know, playground wars and stuff like that. So if anyone would like me to do some more of these, then pick a game on the Amiga and the Megadrive. I might even start doing the PC Engine, and we can just have a bit of fun. Because, you know, I'm sure in a decent programmer's hands, with a decent amount of time, they could have made a shit-up version of OutRun. Hell, look what Electric Dreams did with Super Hang-On. Anyway, it's always a love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.